Hi there, this is a video, me and Patrik, I work at Possible, this is my mum Viviana, and we're going to make gnocchi with a tomato sauce. It's got to be pretty quick, we've all got to be somewhere soon.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, so gnocchi is basically, it's like a dumpling.
It is a dumpling.
Alright, but yeah, so this just has potato, it will have flour and an optional egg, we'll get to that.
Yes. But in this instance, we will be adding an egg.
We will be adding an egg because you find it makes it work a lot easier. So,
yes.
Yeah, gnocchi is an Italian dish. Obviously very simple. I thought it would be a great one for climate cooking because it's so quick, and yet when they're freshly done, they just taste like nothing you could buy from a supermarket. They're so light and just they melt in your mouth. Obviously everyone's generally going to find potatoes and flour, and you know, really simple sauce like a pesto or tomato go really, really well with gnocchi. Right, so the first set is we had some Desiree potatoes. What potatoes are good?
Red
potatoes are good for gnocchi.
Anything that you mash is good, right? You don't want anything like a Charlotte potato, which is too stiff. This has to, yeah. So that's good.
Mashable potato.
And we're going to add this. I'm not going to add all the flour. I'm going to see.
You don't want me to mash this a bit more?
Yeah, well you can. This.
Yeah, so we've just, Mum has boiled. We're doing, this is in the amount for 2 people, but Mum's boiled like 4 Desiree potatoes. How long did that take?
Sorry?
How long did it take to boil the potatoes?
Oh, I don't know, 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Yes.
Now,
exactly.
while they're warm, we're mashing them.
Yes, exactly.
And mashing them while they're warm, just it's easier. They're more malleable, I guess.
Yes, they are. So we can put this on the board now. Hold
on. Mum here, because we've not made gnocchi in a while. I mean, it's so basic, but
add the egg.
We want to check that we're legit. And so we're following, that is Anna Del Conte's book.
No, it is. Sorry.
Who's that one?
This is Franco Turuscio. He's an old hand. And it's us oldies know about him. They used to have this pub. It was called the Walnut Tree, and it was on the Brecon Beacons. Yeah, anyway.
Oh right, and they did a cook. Wow, okay.
No, he was very well known in his day.
So what's the person's name again?
Franco Turuscio.
Leaves from the Walnut Tree, Recipes of a Lifetime, and Franco Turuscio.
No, Turuscio.
Turuscio.
All right, I think we should.
So what do they do differently to others?
No, this is exactly the same recipe as Anna Del Conte would do. Okay, so we're going to add 1 egg, and I would.
So we've got these 4 potatoes mashed.
Sorry.
Mum is insistent to add an egg because it makes it a lot, and I think that is. You'll get recipes that do and don't add an egg. I think if you add an egg, it makes it easier to create your dough.
Yes.
It's like a binding agent.
It is. And the flour, because it's to hold it together, because otherwise it would have a tendency to just come, when you start boiling them, cooking them I should say, they might all come together in one horrible lump. So
so it sort of helps them separate as well when you're cooking them.
So here we go. Let's add this, right? So, and then we'll start adding some of the flour. And I just want to, we might not need all that, but this is where now I think you should start.
Molding it with hands?
With the hands.
No.
Yeah. No, so you just want it to come together. And Hopefully we won't need.
Feel now's a good time while we've got on that book to list other Italian food writers we really like. So as Mum says, ones that are like authorities that the family might refer to would be Marcella Hassan.
Yeah.
She was based in the States though, America,
Yeah.
but she was from northern Italy.
Yeah, she's from.
But yeah, she's done amazing books, The Essentials in that Italian Cooking, that are really authentic recipes.
Absolutely, because she has really gone into it. And do you want to mix this now by hand? Okay.
And then Anna Delsonte, she was a British food writer. Yeah.
Yes, well, she married an Englishman, but she is from Milan, from Piemonte. But
it's still warm.
yeah, that's good. So while it's still pliable, the less flour you use, the lighter they are. That's the whole idea. But it's that.
So for
Happy
these full
medium.
potatoes, how much flour do you think we've added?
Well, we've probably about 4 ounces. There's still a bit.
What's that in grams?
In grams, I would say 150, but we need to add a bit more.
But basically, you just add till
It comes to a dough. So put it down here. There.
so a bit of flour on the surface.
There. And then there. There. Right, so you can keep that.
And am I kneading this then?
Yes, you have to knead it a little.
Because it's not
Is it-
dry, but
But what? Do you think it's too?
no, it's coming. You sort of lack a bit of confidence that it will all hold together.
Try and get all those crumbs in. All right. She also likes a bit of nutmeg in this. You can give it, because it's so basic, this. So a bit of
Oh, and
nutmeg.
what was the flour added? What was the type of flour?
It's 00 grade pasta flour.
So your normal
got it.
flour for pasta.
Yes, which
And-
you can get in.
And that
Same
00 is good for pasta because it's just super fine, high in gluten. Is that, what is the reason why 00 is?
Tell me.
00 grade pasta flour, a supreme blend of high protein white flour milled from just the centre of the grain. They mix it with authentic durum wheat. Alright, so we're adding
It is
nutmeg.
a special,
Alright,
yeah. Not too much, but
just into the dough. That probably should have been added with the flour.
yeah, but you can add a bit more.
Alright, okay, whoa. Oh, okay.
How do you feel that's coming
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
You feel that's coming together? In the meantime,
We're going to make a tomato sauce to go
I
with
put
this.
some oil in the saucepan and I'm adding cherry tomatoes because not quite so.
Any tomatoes, tinner tomatoes.
Yes, but these are a bit, I don't know. Imagination, but they're a bit lighter.
Alright, I think we've got a pliable dough here.
Right, okay. So I would break off a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's maybe too sticky.
Too sticky. Well, just keep,
Well, we've got a bit of flour here.
yeah. Because then comes the delicate bit.
But you're not kneading it like a bread, like you
Yeah.
would try and get
No,
like
no,
the,
no.
you know, get the elasticity,
Yeah,
are
but
you?
yeah, it is a bit sticky, so you just need it. Yeah, you just add a bit more flour to it. I think gently, so that yeah, just
Thinking of other food writers we like.
yes.
I was going to say Angela Hartnett.
Angela Hartnett for sure. Yes, we could have had her here in the kitchen, but never mind. Yes, so now that you've made this into a dough-ish, we're going to break a bit off, cut a bit off.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, here.
What do we want to create, like 4 balls? I mean?
No, yes.
I
Sorry.
guess break it. So
Yeah.
now we're going to, so that's in
Half.
half.
Yes.
That might even be too
Much,
big.
yes.
Let's see. So now we're going to create like a rope of this dough.
Like a snake,
Yeah.
right?
And I guess you're thinking like thumb, really. I mean,
when it comes to cutting this up, which is what we're going to do, but
I'm
first of
thinking
all,
of like how thick.
how thick. We
You're
don't
talking
want
about
it,
thumb, aren't you? Like,
but we want them not too fat.
no. And yeah, we're just rolling them. That's the sauce sizzling away.
Yes.
So what, you just put oil and the tomatoes in?
And the
There's
tomatoes.
no onions or garlic or anything?
I would like to put a bit of garlic in, which I will do.
I mean, you can't really go wrong on how big. It's not quite coming.
Oh, that's too thin, Patrick.
Yeah, maybe it's a bit.
Oh, yeah.
It's not too bad though, because when you cut them.
Right, because we have to, yeah, we want them a bit delicate, but got to have a bit of substance. That's not a contradiction, but...
So we're
Yeah.
cutting them. Yeah.
Okay, then we take a fork.
Now they are like a thumb.
We take a fork and we take this and we put it on the fork, right, hold it up and gently press your finger in so it rolls off.
This bit I still couldn't get my head around.
Really?
Yeah.
Just press your thumb.
So on the edge of it.
Yes. Put that there.
So you put, let's do this slow-mo. You put your gnocchi, so you've got this cube, you know, lots of little cubes. You're putting it on the end of a fork.
No, you're pressing.
At the start of the fork.
Yes. And you gently press in.
And down.
And down.
And, so
and they're supposed to flip off. But of course we're going slow.
Alright, so they do. Oh, that's techers. That's good. So then that's what they have, often this distinctive ridging in gnocchi, which helps grab the sauce.
Right.
It's from that technique, which I can't.
Right, okay. And just roll it in flour because...
I don't have the confidence.
Yeah, there.
I feel like I'm going to damage it, but it does.
No, it will be fine. You just hold it there, da-da. And you need to just press so that it hollows that inside out. So when they cook then, and you add the sauce,
It holds even more sauce.
Yes. All right, so you can cut all these now. And we have to have enough flour. Because
God, this does make loads. That's 4 potatoes and just these 2 would be enough.
I know.
For like,
this shouldn't have been quite so
I don't think it's that thin.
thin, so small actually. All right, so you want me to continue with this? In the meantime, I should just get,
Tomato sauce going.
I want to put the garlic in and then I want to also, what was the other thing I wanted to do?
Yeah. So this is what
I need.
So you can see you the ridge there? You can see the ridge and you can see how they get hollowed out. And you can see.
No, and then we have to put them on a tray because then we're going to just put them in, freeze them. I mean.
Yeah, so now, these gnocchi, shall we, shall I put them on a tray to freeze them?
Well, we've got to take them off. Yeah. Do you want me to keep doing that? Yes, because we'll put them on the tray, and that way. Sorry. All right, and you can keep an eye on the sauce then.
Oh, that's lovely. Anything else to say about gnocchi? Potato, flour, optional egg, optional nutmeg.
No, optional egg. No, I think to start off with, you need.
Some might be plant-based.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right. I'm intrigued at how much harder or easier it is to play with without the egg, or I guess cooking as well. There are versions that they sort of credit. It's more like what I see as something with like spinach and ricotta.
Yes, there is that. That would be a good one to try actually.
Do we think that's still they adding that to the potato and flour, just the ricotta and the spinach?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
And you see they stick, and that's what you've got to be careful of. Where's my fork?
Yeah, just keep flour around, dust the surface to avoid them sticking, because as with pasta, fresh pasta, when it sticks together, cooking it is a nightmare. So that's why it's good. Dust them with flour, and then you can freeze them. As long as they go in the freezer sort of separated, then you can whack them straight in a saucepan.
And it works. It really
and it's
does.
absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't do gnocchi. So mum's side of the family would be from the north of Emilia-Romagna, so that we would do a lot of tortelli, ravioli, annalini, a lot of filled pasta. And gnocchi, I think, is more from the Veneto on the northeast of Italy, is my understanding.
But every now and again we did gnocchi because...
You did? What,
if
with
you think,
Nonna, with your mum?
Yeah, because, I mean, let's face it, it's
Uses up
poor man's
potatoes.
dish. You
Cucina
always
povero.
Povera. And you always have potatoes around.
Potatoes and flour. And yeah, I guess if you had, it soaks up any sauce. And then cooking them is crazy quick. So you would dump them in a boiling saucepan of salted water, and when they rise to the surface, you count to 20.
Yeah. You put them in when the water is boiling.
Alright, boiling salted water.
Yes.
And then literally,
as
you'll see them
come,
all float to the surface, give them another 20 seconds, and then they're done. Get
and
them
have
straight
a
out.
dish ready. You can put either a bit of oil.
Yeah, because they're almost better spooning out, unlike pasta, sort of draining it.
Yes, you don't want too much water that makes them then sloppy.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. See. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
What? Any tricks of the trade with a tomato sauce?
Give it a stir. Put some herbs in.
Yeah.
Et voila.
There is
Keep it
something.
simple.
Be generous with oil.
Yes. And I mean, you know, if you had a bit of onion, you could put a bit of onion in.
I mean, like with any
Celery.
cooking, the slower it cooks, letting in that the onion and the garlic. No.
Yeah, but you can boil it down quickly, you see, and
Oh, that's one I remember. Marcella Hassan sometimes would add a little sprinkling of sugar.
yes, and also she has a great recipe when she does tomato sauce. One of many varieties of tomato sauce. She halves an onion. She puts that in the tin of tomatoes that you've got in the saucepan, and then you put butter. And that is...
Say again?
Instead of oil, you add butter.
To this half a chopped onion and tomatoes and
You
sauce.
take an onion, you cut it in half, you put it in...
This half onion is
Yes.
not chopped.
No,
with
it's not chopped.
with like a tin of tomatoes.
Yeah, and I'm not quite sure of the how much...
And then what? She just adds butter.
Yes.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
But it's very rich, but it is very nice.
Okay, so we've got bubbling water here. Mum, do you want to grab the gnocchi?
Yes,
and they can
yes.
go in.
Right, I've put salt in the water.
Salted water.
And then gently we're going to put them in.
Yeah, this is where I guess just be careful they don't stick together, isn't it?
Yes.
Or they're not already stick, but you can see they're all floured. Oh, this is a proper meal then. That was only a quarter of a potato stretch a long way, when you.
Yeah.
That's fine for now then.
No, I just want to put all these in and then be careful. The water's hot. And
what do you want me to have?
Yeah. There.
Boom, they're
right
in.
Now.
So look, there's one or two already to this. Oh.
No, let's cover it. Let them come to the surface. Right now.
Don't have faith. I mean, that's pretty hot. Look, they're coming. They'll come. Oh, I see. All right, fair. Wasn't quite. This then is the sugo.
Yes.
So yeah, what's that? A bit of basil in there.
Yes, basil, and some garlic, and a little bit maybe of pepperoncino. Yes, that's okay. Let them come.
So yeah,
to
if
the
that's
surface.
a good point. If people like a bit of heat, add a few dry chilies.
Yeah.
I say a few.
We have a slotted spoon here.
Do you want a plate to put them on?
I've got a plate here, which we can put them on here. But let them come to the surface.
They've come up, and then what is 20?
What? We can't.
4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi.
I would put a bit of sauce at the bottom of this, and
yeah, that's 20. That's definitely. I think they're all good. All right, so now
I'm taking the
ones at the top. I mean, they're all. I'd say. And you're trying to remove a bit of the water.
Yeah. See, actually, I'm using it as a sieve, but it will be better to use that sieve actually to pull them out.
So it holds even less water.
Yeah.
All right.
I think. Let me put these other ones.
Here you go. Here's your finished gnocchi with a tomato sauce and a bit of basil. And Mum, because it's from her region, she cannot resist, has got a bit of pre-grated Parmigiano Reggiano. And there you go.